Joyhdae.
Ryan. Virgo season. I don't know why we got to be this ghetto, but y'all don't even understand what it was like to get this one started. But I got a question for you, Joyhdae. Fix your face. Fix your face. I got a
Okay.
question
All
for
right.
you.
All right. All
I
right.
got a question. All
All
right.
right.
Did you know that 10 plus 10 and 11 plus 11 are the same thing?
Ryan, 20 and
You did this?
22 are
You
not
did
the
this already?
same.
You
They're
did this
not the
already? You did
same.
this. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. We'll leave that alone. How are you doing today? Because,
I'm
yeah.
not doing. Okay? I'm not. Okay? We're going to be fully transparent right now. This
Mm,
episode finna be probably one of the most visually, audioly, is that a word? Ghetto
no.
episodes you have ever seen. Why? Because Mercury might be in micro braids and she don't like me. My laptop stopped working. I'm recording on things I ain't never recorded on before. And
Mm,
I'm tired.
yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
today is Friday the 13th.
Ah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see. I
Yeah.
see. I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, if you feel the urge today, if you feel like going to Krispy Kreme and buying a dozen donuts, you can get another dozen for 13 cents. I saw that on the internet today.
I don't really enjoy Krispy Kreme donuts.
And I'm summer body loading, so yeah, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
It ain't
I
happening.
mean, oh, yes.
Speaking of which, I might have to file a class action lawsuit.
Uh-oh.
I might have to do that because when I'm in the gym today, the lights that's in the gym, when I'm looking at myself in the mirror as I'm pumping the iron and stuff, I look like Superman. I'm just saying. I'm just I'm just saying. And I walk outside and the sun was like, "No, bitch." Class
Listen,
action lawsuit. Let me know if you want to get in on it.
I I may have to sue my mirror because I definitely be in my mirror in my house like, yes. Then I get to the mirror at work with better lighting and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I don't I don't know that you two have come to a mutual understanding because one of y'all is lying to me.
But what I will say is that we look good. We look good compared to what we looked like before. We look good. We
I
look good.
definitely someone Brent shared in our little Tufts group chat like a episode because he's still catching up.
Hmm.
And so y'all was really just letting me walk around here just being puffy face. Like y'all are not right at all. Like
So wait today, wait, because I've also had this argument with people, but really and truly, how did you want them to tell you, Jade? Did you know you's a fat bitch? Did you want them to say that, Ryan? Did you know that you're tipping the scales there, sir? Like what?
here
Like
we go, here we go. Here we
how
go.
exactly was they supposed to do it?
Your face is looking mighty full.
I don't know
And
who's
then I
gonna
would
do
have
that, Jade.
said, excuse me?
Shut up. You would have told him to shut up.
And then I would have looked and I would have said, it is. It is looking mighty full. And then maybe I would have started this journey a little bit earlier. First of all, I
Mm.
already know that y'all are too nice because I was really walking around here saying, I got my Buddha belly and I'm a snag whoever I want with my Buddha belly anyway. And y'all was just like, yeah, she's right. Wrong. Wrong. You know what I mean? Because that's where y'all should have nipped it in the bud right there. You
Yeah,
feel me? But
yeah, yeah,
I digress. We're here
yeah,
now
yeah,
and we
yeah.
shall stay here. But
We shall stay here. We'll see. We'll see what the beach is giving when I get out there. Because I was definitely giving jersey at the beach, basketball jersey at the beach for sure. So we're gonna see if I let the chest hairs out. Nah, I shaved those, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
I have not upgraded my bathing suits. So I don't know if they're going to be too big or what. So the first time I go out there to my pool, we'll see. We'll see what it gives.
Did you hear
Um,
that? Slight flex. Slight flex. She got a immaculate view of Manhattan from her apartment, and she says her pool. I'm just saying, I don't have these luxuries of life. I don't. Rich auntie over there, but she don't care about us. She don't care about us. She just want to flex for y'all. It is what
See
it is.
now
It is what it is.
you're gonna make me the bad guy because now I'm coming forward with more news that y'all are not gonna like because I've already gotten an earful from
Uh,
last week's episode, and I want to make sure that I
uh-huh.
say it in the beginning of this week's episode because a lot of y'all don't make it to
Okay.
the end of the episode.
Oh, right, right,
Yeah.
right. Right, right.
I mean, it has already been voted on by the listening public that what we want doesn't matter. Um, but we shall do what we want to do anyway. With that being said, y'all are not getting a new episode next week, meaning the Monday following this one that y'all are now listening to this episode, or the day that y'all are listening to this episode,
Because I'm about to say
because life be
Mondays
life,
are
man.
strange.
Um, y'all are not getting an episode the following week. That would be the week of the 23rd. Okay, let me just, y'all are not getting an episode that week. Y'all will be getting an episode the week after that. Why?
Mm,
Because Ryan and I have decided that we have given Virgo season summer hours, summer days,
mm.
summer weeks. Okay? I don't know what y'all want to call it, but that's what
I
we are
don't know what
doing.
we. I didn't know that's what we was calling it.
It just came to me right now. That's what we
Uh
calling
huh.
it. Okay?
Uh huh.
Summer days. We're giving ourselves some summer days. And life is life, and Ryan gonna be outside. He shaves his chest hair. He's not doing that for nothing. He's not doing that to flex for y'all. So now here we go. Okay?
I just turned my fan off. You wasn't gonna tell me that the fan was just a buzzing in this. Like, what's wrong with you?
First of
Ghetto
all,
ass episode. Ghetto ass episode.
everything that could go wrong today for this episode has already gone wrong. You think I heard
Oh my
your
god.
fan going? I can barely hear
Mm-mm.
myself right now. I keep talking to the
Yikes.
microphone that's not even plugged into anything. Okay? I keep going like this because I'm
Uh.
used to it. Just ghetto. Anyway, with
Mm,
that being said, welcome back to Virgo season, y'all. This week's episode, if you have not already caught on, is a roller coaster of ghetto. Okay?
mm.
And it's not gonna get any better because we've got Ice out in these streets, Tyler Perry doing what he does, BT surprising me, and R. Kelly doing R. Kelly things.
Yeah.
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 I have an Am I the
I
Asshole too.
that's great because I don't have a game, and my jokes that I found literally minutes before we started recording. So we're gonna see if they're hitting on anything this week. We gonna see.
Just ghetto.
Mhm.
My fiance and I began planning our wedding 2 summers ago. Everything was booked, bought, and the RSVPs poured in. My mother
Mm.
didn't like my fiance, but she promised to grin and bear it for the big day. My mom suffered a stroke at work and was scheduled for brain surgery on her big day, on our big day.
Yikes!
My
Yikes!
mother wanted me by her side. My fiance said she can't stand at the altar alone. I chose to be with my mom. My fiance walked down the aisle, thanked the guests, and announced that she couldn't marry a mama's boy, so the wedding was off. Meanwhile, mom's surgery was successful, but her face was swollen, so I took care of her every need. She recovered miraculously,
Oh,
and she looked a decade younger. I realized mom lied to me. Mom didn't have brain surgery. She scheduled her facelift on my wedding day to ruin my relationship. My ex fiance won't
oh,
speak to me. Advice, please.
oh, Joyhdae, you just took me on a roller coaster. Oh my god! What? Oh my god! I don't know that I would ever speak to my mother again. What the?
Yeah.
Oh!
That, first of all,
Oh!
I'm not going to hold you. Your fiance dodged a bullet. Not because you chose to be with your mother on what you thought was something serious, but that, it doesn't seem like there was any compromise. Do you know what I mean? Like, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously you can't be like, you don't think it's weird that this surgery was scheduled for this particular day out of all the days,
Right, right,
and
right,
she had
right.
a
And
stroke. She had
oh
an
my
alleged
gosh.
stroke
And
this particular day.
this was an elective surgery, so
Yeah,
she chose this day
yeah,
specifically.
yeah,
Specifically.
yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And you knew your mother didn't like your fiance, so the math wasn't clicking for you.
Oh. So wait a second. So the person that's writing it in is the dude with the
Mm-hmm.
mother.
Mm-hmm.
And he's asking if he's the asshole.
He's asking for advice because his ex fiance won't speak to him.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. This lady ruined your life.
Yeah,
Your mother ruined your life.
she sure did,
Oh my god.
and not a
I feel
qualm
so
about it.
I feel so bad for this guy, but oh, I also feel okay about the fiance because she dodged a bullet like you said because she would have to deal with Well, maybe she wouldn't have to if he kind of cut the mom off. She probably wouldn't have had to deal with the mother. But oh, this is terrible.
He did the right thing because you obviously were never going to stand up to your mother. Not saying that obviously you thought your mother had a medical emergency, which also you have to be slow because if my mother has a medical emergency, I'm at every doctor's appointment with her.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're
Mm-hmm.
having something as serious as a severe as a stroke, I'm
Right.
definitely, as your child, involved because you need like medical proxy. What if something happens? Who's making these decisions?
Right.
So something in the milk ain't clean.
Why didn't they tell all the guests and everything long before this that this wasn't going to be going down, because you had to have known that the surgery was happening. And so why wouldn't y'all have told all your guests that? I mean, speaking from experience, I have family members that flew out here from all sorts of different places to come to my wedding during Hurricane Sandy, by the way.
You
So,
did.
like, how do you not
I
tell these
mean,
people? You
maybe
just
she
have
was
them just show up
thinking,
knowing that this was gonna go down.
maybe she was thinking, because I'm thinking the window was so close, it's not like you getting your money back. You know what I mean? Like everything's already paid for at this point,
Mm.
right?
But
So
at
you
least you
can't
could
get
have
stuck.
gotten some of the money back, moved some of the money around.
That's
Maybe
true.
you get maybe a refund, maybe a different date, something. Insurance. That's why you get insurance.
People don't even, they barely insure their
Oh,
phones now. So I already
oh my
know.
god. Oh
I
my
just know
god.
that my mother would probably never see me ever again, especially because she did something elective. Like she didn't even, at that point, she might as well not even shown up. I would have just preferred her to not come to the wedding versus basically faking something that's medically, like that could be medically devastating and has been medically devastating for other
Right.
people. Like,
Right. Right. Mm-mm. 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 I really
so
would find it very hard to speak to my mother again off of, you're ruining my the rest of my life. You are older than I am, and God willing, you will pass away long before I pass away with my life and my family that I want to create, your grandkids and like all of these things that, I'm setting my life up for my future, and you're just ruining that like for something that was not necessary. And that kind of that kind of stings. Like, how do you come back from that?
you don't.
How? Like,
I'm
I
not
don't.
talking to you.
Mm, mm,
In
that's
other
pretty bad.
in other news that's devastating, Tiana Taylor and Aaron Pierre have gone public with their relationship.
Why it's got to be devastating? Oh my
Okay, I'm
gosh.
joking because I've said it once and I've said it. I will repeat this. I would like to see the tape. I don't care. I
Mm.
don't care. Those are two very good looking people. I don't care.
Okay,
Um,
I beg to differ.
I know,
There,
yes, yes.
one of those people look like an
He's
alien to
medium
me.
ugly. He's
To
medium ugly.
me.
We've already had this discussion. I like my men a little medium ugly. I get it. Okay. But the body's a bodyings, the lips are lipping. I want to see it.
Mm,
Okay. I would
mm,
like to
mhm.
see it. So we've seen evidence of them possibly being together. We
Yeah.
also saw, at the gold party that Jay-Z and Beyonce typically throw, Grammy weekend, I want to say. There was
Mm-hmm.
a photo of them circulating the internet. Everybody was like, what is this? I said, maybe it's for a music video because you know how everybody go the extra mile.
Right.
Then a couple weeks ago, was it last week, the week before, Tiana Taylor did drop a teaser for a music video for her visual album that she's dropping, releasing this August, I believe, in which
Right.
stars
Right.
him and Lakeith Stanfield. Dirty nails. I'm never gonna stop saying that man got dirty fingernails. That had the internet buzzing again. They finally decided to put the stories to rest because Aaron celebrated his 31st birthday, which he looks older than 31, but I digress.
Uh,
And
listen.
it was it was a hard launch because there was some kissing that took
There
place,
was. There
and
was.
I had a flashback, not from Aaron, but to that type of kiss because I saw my good Harlem sis Tiana Taylor kick that right leg out
Mm,
during that kiss, and I was like, yeah, that's one of them
mm,
good ones. I knew exact.
mm,
So
mm.
they're together. She calls him Woody. I don't know what he
Don't
calls her.
I don't need to
I
know.
don't
I
want to
don't need
know
to know.
either. I don't want
I
to
don't need
know
to know.
either. I don't need to be, I'm not gonna hold you. I miss when celebrities kept certain things under wraps, and I hope that they don't make this like a personality trait for both of them. Like I miss when
Right.
celebrities were like mysterious. I blame the
Mm,
Kardashians and Kanye West for everybody feeling like they got to be out and about.
yeah.
But they are together. Am I devastated? Not really. It's
Mm.
cute. I love them. They look good together. Um, Good luck to my sis. She deserves to be happy after Iman Shumpert, whatever the hell his name is, decided he was going to be a bitter baby daddy along with Offset and the rest of them trying to make her miserable. I know he's punching the air right now. I know.
Sierra just posted a photo, her dump from the BET Awards, and first picture is her in front of the two of them, and they holding hands at the award show. So I'd say it's official for
Oh
sure.
yeah, nah. That Instagram post that she posted, whichever one of them posted on their Instagram, but she came into his, but she surprised him with the birthday. She was rubbing on his back, and the two-handed face kiss. That's a full kiss. That wasn't even a thank you, baby. That was like a yeah kiss.
Yeah,
They've been doing this for a
yeah,
minute.
yeah.
I know you
I
mentioned the
think
BT
okay.
Awards.
How do you feel
Okay, go
before you
ahead.
continue?
Hmm.
How do you feel about the two-handed kiss? Because I'm 13 inches taller than my wife. Okay, I don't mind if my wife two-hand hold my face, right?
Hmm.
But me two-handed holding somebody's face going downward seems a little it seems a little not safe for work, it's a little weird. Just a
I mean,
little
she
weird.
had on heels, so they were a little more even keeled. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
Obviously, if I'm 5'4", if I'm dating a man that's like 6'5", I don't want him. I would feel awkward. Like I would just
It's a
feel,
little
yeah, I would feel like what is?
it's a
I would
little
feel like one of those movies, like when an alien comes in and like just kind of wraps itself around
yeah,
somebody.
yeah, yeah,
So I get your point.
yeah.
Now if I was
This
wearing
is
heels and it brought me up a little bit, and
yeah.
yeah, yeah, like
Listen, I tell my wife all the time, wear all the heels. She don't listen to me, but like,
because they hurt.
I'm into it, but
But it's
yeah,
because they hurt.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
y'all don't
But
understand the pain. This goes out to all my women. Don't wear the heels. They hurt. And while they look cute, they hurt for no
mm,
goddamn reason. And they
mm-hmm.
be lying too. Oh, these are comfortable. They're not. Nobody has made a comfortable heel. Okay, nobody. Nobody has cracked that code. Don't be
Mm.
wearing heels for these men because they don't understand. Unless he gonna put the heels on when your feet start hurting, and then he'll understand.
All right. All right. Yeah. Another thing before we move on,
Hmm.
I just couldn't date someone that was taller than me. That's kind of hard to find, but like even if I did find it, I just could not face to face or taller than me. I just don't know that I could do it because it's just like what I look like kissing, putting my head backward to kiss somebody. I just can't. I can't
Wait,
do it.
I breathe.
I can't do it.
Um,
I can't do it.
on the opposite end of that spectrum, no shade to my short kings, but I am only 5'4". I cannot date somebody who is shorter than me. Just not gonna happen. I am only fight. Just I'm sorry, and I know there
Yeah.
are a lot of
Fight.
short
Y'all both
kings out
fighting for your
here.
lives.
Yeah, I know there are a lot of
Mhm.
short kings out here that are handsome, that have it going on, and all that fun stuff. Not for me. Just not for me. Because
I hear you.
no, no, I'm sorry. Moving on to other ridiculousness, since this is a ridiculous episode. R. Kelly's legal team, but while we talking about R. Kelly, that's how dry this week was in terms of
Wow.
stuff. R.
Mm.
Kelly's legal team has filed an emergency motion to move him from federal prison to home detention, citing what they call an active murder plot against him involving both prison staff and members of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Mm.
The
Mm.
accusations are serious, and or at least that's what they say. According to sworn testimony from inmate Michael Glenn Stein, a known leader of the Aryan Brotherhood with terminal cancer, federal prison officials allegedly offered him freedom in exchange for killing R. Kelly. Stein claims he was transferred to Kelly's unit and instructed to carry out the hit, but ultimately refused, choosing instead to warn Kelly.
So I don't appreciate the term Aryan. My name is Ryan. I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. Continue. I'll leave it alone. Continue. Continue. Continue.
His lawyers say that these threats, coupled with violations of attorney-client privilege and the use of stolen jailhouse communications, have created a situation that amounts to cruel and unusual punishment. They're demanding he be placed on house arrest while investigations take place. Let me tell you something. R.
Mm.
Kelly been in jail since 1998. If they wanted to
Damn.
kill
It's
him,
been that. It's been that long.
no,
Oh,
I'm I was
dang.
exaggerating.
Come
Right?
on. You're supposed to be.
R. Kelly
Like
been in
yo.
jail for a minute.
Ever
Okay.
since ever since the pandemic, I don't know time anymore. So
Yeah, time has warped.
I was going to believe you on that, but then I was just like, damn,
No.
that's correct. That's crazy.
R. Kelly been in
Okay.
jail for quite some time. If the federal government of all people wanted to kill R. Kelly would
Yeah.
be dead.
That was my first thought. That was my first thought. Like,
Okay.
why now? Why now? What happened?
And then on top of that, y'all talking about stolen jailhouse communications. R. Kelly is out here dropping songs. He's participating in TikTok challenges. Chris Brown had that song that was out that everybody was out here singing a little verse to, which I did in a previous episode. If you want to scroll on back and listen, somehow that made it
didn't
out the prison.
didn't he drop a whole album from jail? Did he? I
I
thought
don't
that's what he
know.
did. It wasn't. I
I
think it
don't
was a
know.
whole album. I don't know. Whatever. It
I
doesn't
know
matter.
he residuals. That's the Chris Brown song. He did the residual challenge. First of all, how does R. Kelly know the residual challenge is happening? He's in jail,
Mm,
prison to
yeah.
be exact.
Yeah.
And y'all
Yeah.
talking about client privileges and communication. Y'all are worried about the wrong stuff. Okay. The Bureau of Prisons has declined to comment, and federal prosecutors have not yet responded since recording this. The public is split. First of all, I need y'all to stop acting like R. Kelly fans are normal people. They are not living in reality. Okay?
Right.
They don't count. Their opinions do not count. I'm sorry. If you are still listening to R. Kelly in the year 2025, knowing what he has done to black people just because you want to hit a two-step and do a Chicago shuffle, I can't take you seriously as a human. Y'all are not
Mm.
serious. So, and some people think, he's not lying. Some people think it's a stretch. I'm leaning on the R. Kelly is grasping for straws because the money is drying up. The lawyers need him out, and it's not
Listen,
happening.
they're trying to, capitalize on these 4 years that the man is in office. He lets any random person out of jail just because. So why not? I would shoot my shot as well. Why not?
Yeah,
They said that they put him in solitary for his safety, right? Did you mention that already?
I did it.
Oh yeah, that's what I hear. So whatever. It doesn't
But
matter.
yet,
Whatever.
yet he's still dropping tracks. I need y'all to be so for real right now. He's still like, what's not clicking? Anyway, wait, sidebar. This was not on the notes, and I have not done this to this man in quite some time, but it needs to be said. I need Eric Adams
Here we go.
to inhale and choke on his tongue. Why is somebody sending me an Instagram video of you doing basically a get ready with me as though you are an
I
influencer?
s- was that a get ready with me? I did see him
Yes.
in like his tank. His I didn't want to say what people call it, but like I saw him putting clothes on and ironing and all of that. I didn't know that's what that was.
First of all, you're not even a good liar. You had timestamps on this video, but nobody on your team thought to look at the clocks behind you that let
Mm,
us know that the timestamps you were putting on there were false because you're a liar. You talking about 8 a.m. The clock is saying 2:30. Why are you at home, Mayor Adams, and not at work?
yeah, City Hall, right?
Why does your kitchen look like a restaurant kitchen? I have
Mm.
questions.
He got money. You didn't know? He got
Okay, you
money.
New Jerseyer, you don't even live there. I can't wait for you to lose. I can't wait. I saw that and I said, not this fool really out here trying to be an influencer in 2025.
So Mom Donnie is making like lots of headway, according to what the new
Zoran,
polls are saying. Yeah, that's what the new polls are saying. I mean, even though they're saying that what's his name, Cuomo's still in first place, there was a new poll that came out recently that put Mom Donnie in first place. So we're gonna see what happens. I haven't this Saturday. I think this weekend, yeah, as early voting already. I think I'm gonna wait it out all the way until election day to figure it out what I'm gonna do.
I have not endorsed anybody yet because I think, and I have to do my research because my memory is, y'all know I have a bad memory. But I do believe Mandani was one of those I'm not voting for Kamala people up until a point.
Hmm.
And if he was, then I just don't trust your discernment. But that's would he be better than would he be better than Cuomo? I mean, yes. But does
Listen,
he have discernment?
he's promising the poor folk like us, well, me, because rich auntie over there. He's promising us
Do that.
that he's gonna look out for our best interests. So we'll see. We'll see. I
Yeah,
can't. I
no, I
can't.
get it.
I can't in good conscience say that Cuomo is gonna be looking out for our
Oh
best
no, Cuomo
interests.
definitely not gonna be looking out
So
for nobody's best interest.
I
But
don't
I
know.
just feel like you say that, but when it was
Yeah,
time to look out for everybody's best interest in 2024, you
we're
know what
gonna
I
see,
mean? We
man.
need some
We're gonna see.
discernment.
Right?
But I
There's
could
not
be
much.
making that up.
There's
I could
not
be
good
making that
choices
up.
anywhere
There's
you
not.
go. Anywhere you
It's
go.
really not. It's truly not. And other people who don't make good choices, I need Tyler Perry to hire some writers. Okay? I need him to hire some writers. I know you did not watch this. I did. Don't ask me why.
Because I was waiting for you to ask me the question. Because I was, I was ready for your ass. Why would
But
I watch that shit? I don't
so
know. Go
Tyler
ahead.
Perry released a new movie called Straw on Netflix, which is
Uh
a
huh.
dark psychological drama starring our good sis and Virgo sister Taraji P. Henson.
Mm-hmm.
It also had Teyana Taylor, Sherry Shepherd,
Yo.
Sinbad
Oh,
is
what?
also in it. So let me get the good out the way. I appreciate Tyler Perry because he keeps black actors and actresses paid.
Employed for
He keeps them
sure.
employed. He keeps them paid. Sinbad, as
Word.
we all know, maybe you do not know, suffered a debilitating stroke. So he is not the
Yes.
man that he once was. So
No.
for Tyler Perry
Eh,
to be able to find a way to include him in this movie in a moderately subsequent role,
Yeah. That's sad because Sinbad was hella funny.
hella
Hella,
funny.
hella funny.
So
Okay.
that's the good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The middling is that I'm not gonna hold you this story. This this was not one of his worst movies. Let me put it like that. There was,
That's not a high bar, Janae.
it's not. It's truly not. I will say the end of the movie, and I don't want to give it away for anyone who has not seen it,
Oh
saved the
God.
movie for me. In case y'all decide to watch it, saved the
Mm.
movie for me because I was not expecting it, and it was one of the better shocks
Mm-hmm.
that I've had in a movie. I can usually tell you a Tyler Perry movie from beginning to, and honestly, most of the movie was just that: an anguished black woman,
Oh boy.
a ghetto loud person, a mean black man,
Mm-hmm.
a racist cop.
Mm.
Tiana Taylor's wig was way too shiny. I just need
Mhm.
y'all. He
Listen,
needs to hire
listen.
a team. And they had the police, Tiana Taylor played a police officer. She had on like the police vest that said police on the front that you could, one was too big for her that you could tell was Velcro. And see, they lucky somebody like me was not in the movie because I was gonna rip that off her chest every time I saw it because it was just waiting for somebody to walk up and just rip it off.
Mm.
What are y'all
Hmm.
doing?
Listen, my wife started, she be having a campaign every single time for me to watch these things with her. She was getting ready to, but it's no, no, no. I literally stopped her every single time she tried because, like, I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting my time. I tell you all the time, Tyler Perry, love the person. What he does in the world, love that. The work, it's gonna take. I don't know what it's gonna take, but y'all gonna have to convince me to watch another Tyler Perry project. I just,
I'm
it's
proud of
it's bad
myself.
all the time. It does
It
not
is
get any
bad.
better. It
It
doesn't get no better.
never gets better. And that's the thing is he had another movie come out a couple months ago on Amazon called Duplicity. I ain't watch it because I knew. But again, it's Taraji. You feel me? And I just feel like
Yeah,
I was all right,
yeah,
Taraji. And I'm
yeah.
not the acting, Taraji's acting, amazing. It's
Taraji is
Taraji.
a trained actress. Like she
Yes,
knows what she's
Taraji's
doing.
acting, amazing. I can't say the same about anybody else now that I think about it, to be quite honest. Sinbad, yes. Sinbad, yes, because it's Sinbad. Tiana was
Okay.
all right. Tiana, but it is, I just want him to, because the thing about it
The
is,
thing,
if
the thing.
Tyler
Yeah,
Perry invested money in hiring a team of of talented black writers, directors, whatever, the amount of stories that he could tell and the amount of
yeah.
like he's already doing on that aspect great work. He would literally be. next level.
You see, I don't think. Yes, I agree with you on all of that. The thing here is, I can't say that he's not hiring talented people, because more than likely that's exactly what he is. He's putting the money that would normally go into all the stuff that makes things good into the actors and the crew's pockets. That's what he's doing. And so when you are good, but you only have 24 hours to put a whole production together, there's only but so much you can do. So I can't say that some of these people couldn't put out
No,
better
no.
work. It's just the time frame that they have to do it in is just not working for
I'm
them.
not talking about those people. I'm talking about the writers.
I'm talking about the writers too. That's what I'm
It
talking
is
about.
him. Look at who writes his stuff. It is him. Nobody is. He does not like that. Is the thing about that's what they say about Tyler Perry is he refuses because he does not want to give over that control. He refuses to hire writers,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
so he
can't. I don't
writes
know. I
these
don't.
things himself. I'm sure if I go look up Straw right
I was gonna look
now
at the credits, but like
and
I don't
see
know.
who it was written by, it would probably say written, directed, and produced by Tyler Perry. And I need him to because there's so because think about it. If Tyler Perry put money, and I think this was mentioned in the Tufts group, if he put money behind somebody like a Ryan Coogler,
Oh no, never.
do you get what I'm
he's
saying?
never. He's never gonna do that.
But you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
like how unstoppable
yeah,
that would be if we didn't have to chase
yeah,
Marvel dollars and all these other things. If he
yeah.
did,
Tyler is rich enough to just his only contribution is his funds. He could do that. He could be like, okay, you have a project. I have complete faith in you. You hire your entire cast, your crew, everything. You do everything. I just fund it and I take a cut off of the profits. It would be amazing. That
he's a
would be
narcissist.
amazing.
And I realized too,
I
I had another
Go.
thought about Tyler Perry. The
Uh-huh.
reason why everything always looks so bad is because he's looking at this from the lens of a playwright, like of a play
Yeah.
director
Yeah.
versus an actual like
Yeah.
movie director. That's why the wigs are bad. That's why the costumes are bad. Because when you're under stage lights,
Right.
those you don't notice those things because you're so far away and the lighting and
Mhm.
all of that helps to amplify it. You don't even realize. Tyler,
No, I think he realizes like you. He's a Virgo. He hears all of like right now. He's probably hearing this, and this episode hasn't even been posted yet. He's hearing us talk about it, and he enjoys the fact that people have such disgust and things to say about his stuff. Because what that does, that just adds more money to the thing. Because guess what? There's gonna be a whole bunch of people that watch for hate reasons, and there's a whole bunch of people that watch because they love this stuff. So you know it is what it is. I know we got to move on because
yeah,
you got to take cash to the vet. But
yeah.
it is what it is. Like I like Tyler as a person. I don't know that I like any of the work.
I definitely don't like the work. He can hold the work. This country's going to hell in a handbasket, and we tried to warn y'all, but here we are. There have been a series of ICE raids in Los Angeles that have sparked protests. I'm not going to say massive protests because the media is really trying to play propaganda, and it's really just a
They are.
three block
They are.
radius versus making it seem like all of LA is under attack. But it has led to Taco deploying the National Guard and U.S. Marines. Um, Basically, they raided multiple locations across LA, including the Fashion District and Home Depot lots, arresting dozens of undocumented workers. It was carried out, obviously, with the support from Homeland Security, FBI, and ATF officers who were in full tactical gear. Protesters flooded a three-block radius of LA, attempting to block buses, detain ICE vehicles, and confront federal agents. Police responded with tear gas, rubber bullets, and batons. Several demonstrators were injured, including like a reporter. Like it was literally a reporter with a camera crew who got shot with a rubber bullet.
Mm.
President Trump authorized military deployment under Title 10 despite objections from California Governor Gavin Newsom and LA Mayor Karen Bass.
Yes, I think it is.
It is Bass. The They tried that in New York. Apparently, supposed to be a whole bunch of raids happening this weekend in New York, New Jersey, DC, and a whole bunch of places that they're trying to target. They did definitely try that in New York, but a lot of New Yorkers who protested basically stopped them from even getting in their vehicles because they basically formed a very dense human chain around the garage in the federal building in which they would try to pull out of. I just want y'all to know that ICE is not real. I mean, it is real, but the fact that
Mhm.
these people walk around with their faces covered up,
Yeah.
no warrants, just walking around in their Amazon ordered uniforms to harass undocumented workers, which is not a crime, it's a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
No due process. America's going to hell in a handbasket.
You know what's so crazy is that I try to look at everything from a bunch of different angles, but like you say that the ICE people they have their face covered up and stuff. I'd probably cover my face up too if I was an ICE agent. The issue here is what if you're an ICE agent, you don't agree with what you have to do, but it is your job and you can't afford to leave your job to go do something else. This is a dilemma here. This is a debacle. I know you have something and a way to argue this point, but I like
Your first
I don't
mistake then
know.
was
I don't
becoming an
know.
ICE agent
An
because
ICE agent.
that is not even a that wasn't even something that existed but so far ago, right?
Right. Right.
Also, yeah, it might be your job, but you are also, if you're supposed to uphold the laws and things like that,
Yeah.
and what you were doing is categorically illegal, you were making
That
that choice.
that is
It
a
is
hard
illegal.
thing to it is a hard thing to do, especially when if it's a like for instance, I've listened to some podcasts and some like really important and like professional people that know the law or whatever, like people that worked in government before Trump was in office and all that. And they talking about how they don't even know if any of these tariffs are legal because of the way that he is trying to implement them when Congress is supposed to be the people that actually implement, the tariffs
Mhm.
and all of that stuff. If you have the leader of the free world, as they want to call this, bypassing laws to get things done, how did little old me that is tasked to do a job that is putting food on my family's plate, how am I supposed to be like, that's illegal, I'm not going to do that because like that's not realistic, like that's like I don't
While
know.
it may not be realistic, I think you are giving ICE agents too much credit for being
I
decent
guess
people. None of
maybe.
these people are decent. I've literally seen a Latin looking gentleman who
Mm-hmm.
talked about the fact that he was arresting one of his brothers, talking about
Mm-hmm.
a another Spanish guy because they don't know whether or not he's a criminal. The reality of the situation is, as an ICE agent, you should know what due process is, and y'all are doing this
Right.
bypassing due process. You don't get any
Yeah.
sympathy from me trying to put, because that's also like saying like if somebody like like billionaires have money, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that they have money. So if Jeff Bezos now goes robs the bank and somebody dies in that because Jeff Bezos felt like he had to do what he had to do, still doesn't make it right. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, and at the end of the day, these ICE agents are they're not good people. And I don't care what you decided to do with your life. If you just one bad apple spoils the bunch, and not enough
Yeah.
of them are speaking up. So in my mind, you
Mm-hmm.
agree with everything that's going on. And
Yeah.
because of that, you deserve every bad thing that happens to you. I just saw today on the news some sheriff down in Florida telling people that if they cause bodily harm to these agents and police officers, that they're gonna put them in the grave. A police sheriff, his duty, his sworn duty, is to serve and protect. And he's telling the
Mm.
people that he's supposed to serve and
Mm.
protect. Do you get what I'm saying? And this is
we
somebody who
we don't
he's doing this to put food on his table too. Like, come
we
on.
don't have we don't have enough time to talk
We
about
don't.
all of that.
We don't.
I literally just kind of came with the devil's advocate perspective just so that this conversation was good. I am on your side here. I get it. Like
Cause you know
it's
our
just
list most of our listeners are also on our side. And they would have been in them comments like, I know Ryan ain't
no,
about to
it's
out
just
here.
it is no. What I mean, what I'm just we're this country is terrible. Like
It is.
we're in a dark place.
We
We're in a
are.
dark place because all of this is bad. But
And
like,
let me make it 100%
yeah,
clear too. I couldn't care less if somebody came here legally or illegally. I don't care. And you know why I don't care? Because a lot of the times when somebody is taking the risk of coming to this godforsaken country, what they are leaving is 10 times worse than whatever
it's
they have to
worse.
face here.
Yeah,
Because they are
yeah.
facing homelessness, they're facing all kinds of stuff. Y'all, a lot of y'all like to get on and become anti-immigrants because y'all swear up and down that these people are taking from you, when in reality, they are contributing more to our economy than you probably are.
Yeah, especially since especially coming from a family that immigrated here. Uh, People that immigrate here mostly don't they're not looking to rock the boat. They're not looking to mess with
No,
any of the rules. They actually follow the rules more than anybody that lives here that was born here, because
like
they're not trying to go back to where they came from, because like you said, it's probably hella worse than what they have to deal with here. So I don't understand this sentiment, especially since everybody, you go far enough back, wasn't supposed to be here in the first place. Plain and simple.
get over yourselves. And then also to the people who are like, well, if you gonna do things, blah, 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 blah. I hope you choke on your spit every time you open your mouth because y'all are sickening and y'all are disgraceful. I just know for a fact if Jesus came here illegally, y'all would lock his ass up. And then when he decides to show y'all who he really is and that he was actually the son of God, then all of a sudden y'all be on the right side of history. Y'all are disgusting. And
yo,
I just know
yo,
y'all gonna be looking up at us and these illegal immigrants that y'all keep trying to arrest from a dark place. And I love that for you.
before you continue on to the next topic, that reminds me of, shout out to my friend DJ Mastermind. He always was like, when homeless people ask me for, money for food or whatever, I always give it to them. And I'm like, why? He was like, you never know. I always have this song in my head when they ask me that question, what if God was one of us? And what if God
Valid,
showed himself as that same homeless person
valid,
that was asking you that question? I
valid,
don't know why that came into my brain, but yes,
very
exactly. Shout out to
valid,
DJ Mastermind.
very valid, valid point because y'all trying to be like
Anyway.
Jesus, Christ like, and don't even live by the Bible. Anyway,
Mm,
the
mm.
25th BET Awards took place. I did not watch Nary. I didn't watch it, but I have thoughts
It
because
was
I saw
good.
stuff online.
It was
And
good.
I was gonna say this may be the one time that I am sad that I did not watch the BET Awards because from what I saw online, it looked like they actually got it together. When it
It
was
was
giving what it was
good.
supposed to give.
It was
Black
for us.
excellence.
It wasn't for the children. It was for us. It was for
I, you
people that
know,
was in our age range.
it was giving what I thought it was. When I saw it, I said, "Look at this black. Y'all look black excellence. Y'all know what that look like now. Y'all not trying to cater to the others, and I don't mean the younger generation. I'm talking about the others because we be out here
Hmm.
just doing the most. Now,
Yeah.
it was hosted by Kevin Hart, who, from my understanding, from the very beginning, has shots for everybody. Diddy,
Shots.
Kanye, Cardi. I think he took shots at everybody. Um,
Everybody.
kudos to you, sir. Still don't think you're funny, but listen, every dog
Oh,
has its
y'all gotta,
day.
like,
Um,
everybody can't hit all the time. Sometimes Kevin is hella funny, especially during that Usher Coat segment. I haven't
the
seen
only
anything funnier on
time,
the BET Awards ever.
let me tell you I can tell you the two times I have thought Kevin Hart was funny. One was when he was on Jimmy Fallon's show, and Jimmy had one of them conservatists on there who was bringing out animals. And Kevin Hart was me, and I am Kevin Hart because why are we looking at all these what is happening with these animals? I laughed. I still laugh.
Right.
And when he and The Rock have their little banter, even though I can't stand Dwayne The Rock Johnson's ass, when him and Kevin Hart start to bantering,
Oh.
funny by
He has
himself.
moments. He has lots of moments.
I can tell you what his monologue was about. I heard.
The monologue was probably the weakest part of the show. He had some moments on that show that was pretty funny.
Okay, I'll take your word for it because I'm not gonna go and look for it. Um, so we had some icons that had been honored, including Jamie Foxx, Mariah Carey, Snoop Dogg.
Whew.
I'm
Oh,
gonna start with Snoop
okay.
Dogg because
Okay. Okay.
y'all could have left him off this list, and I'm gonna tell y'all why.
Oh gosh.
Back in January, he was DJing for Donald Trump. And he, ever since then, has said, what's 30 minutes when it comes to 30 years of you're a coon.
Oh gosh.
And you
Yeah.
should have been treated like a coon. I don't
Mm.
care. I don't care. I don't care. Our memories are too short. We are too
Yeah.
forgiving. Next year, maybe, if he would have proven himself worthy. of asking us for forgiveness because he's not even apologetic about it. And look at what's happening in the world in this
Mm.
moment. So until Snoop Dogg does right by everybody else, fuck him for life. Okay? Could have waited till next year.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Next, Mariah.
Mariah Carey. Now listen.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm
I
ready.
know you're ready because I was gonna say I didn't watch. I know she did her new song.
She did.
And was she did they have people perform for her?
Okay. So
Is that where Mooney was looking? Is that where Mooney was singing and she was looking at Mooney like, what are we doing here? Oh, okay, just checking.
no.
Okay, just checking.
So I know you like to say, "Oh, you don't know what Mariah is like in the bedroom and all that stuff." I will stand 10 toes down on this. Mariah is trash in bed. Trash, trash. Not that it means anything to me, but at the same time, you got to have an imagination with your idols and things like that, right? There's no way. There's no way. The lady does not move at all. She don't move. Like period.
I just
Like
feel
what
like
is
she's
this?
wearing these extra tight outfits that are restricting her movement when she is
No,
free and
no.
fabulous. For all we know, Mariah Carey is a dominatrix who gets men off with her words in the bedroom
No.
and other
She
people.
gotta
I
she gotta
don't,
seduce them with the words cause nothing else.
I
Absolutely
will
nothing else.
say that you definitely texted me out the blue and was like, I will say this again, Mariah Carey is trash in bed. And I was like, where did this come from? And then you were like, you should watch the BET Awards. And I think I said no. And then
Oh, it's
kept it
on?
moving.
You did say no. You did say no. But like I just don't I mean good for her. Again, Mariah keep all the ballads and all that stuff. I don't like that Mariah. I like Jermaine Dupri, Mariah and all that like but she's trying to do that again. But if you don't move and you competing with people like Doechii and like, you know, like all these younguns that's out here doing the things, not to mention Beyonce's still out here.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Don't give me
Mariah
that.
was
No, I
never,
don't want
but
none.
I mean,
I want none of it. I want none of it. None of
but
it.
listen, even in her prime, Mariah was not hitting no choreography.
No, she was trying. She was trying at least.
Like
I
in
remember
my
in
mind, I'm
videos
thinking about the
she was
honey
giving.
video, and all Mariah was doing was this in the honey video. Like she was,
give me that. At least give me that. She's not
she
doing none of that.
old.
She not.
Her back and
You
her
got
neck hurt. I'm old.
she
Listen,
they gotta drag her down the steps. She always start at the top of steps. Why are you starting at the top of steps?
yeah,
No, you can't walk down steps.
I'm gonna need Mariah to loosen up the corset dresses just a little bit, sweetness, because you were struggling. You were struggling. And listen, be iconic,
Yo,
but like,
the backup dancers are yo when I tell you they doing triple axel flips, they doing all sorts of different
and she's
things in
just
the back
standing
of
there.
her. Nothing Joyhdae,
You
nothing.
gotta hit those notes.
Oh
Um,
god, all right, I
then
digress, I'm finished.
Then Jamie Foxx also received, oh, and Kirk Franklin received one. Jamie Foxx also
Yes,
received his Ultimate Icon Award. It was presented to him by Stevie Wonder. He was emotional.
he was,
I'm
yes,
glad we didn't lose Jamie,
yeah.
but I do have a bone to pick with him because I remember during his special,
Oh god, here we go.
he was talking about how he had a new love and appreciation for Black women. And we were
Mm.
all like, yes, Jamie, come back. Only for you to now be dating another white girl. I just
Okay,
leave us
Joyhdae,
out of it.
I'm gonna say this one more time. You're gonna stop killing my dreams. You're gonna
I'm
stop killing
just,
every single time. There's never one person. You always but
you know what's
that was great
crazy?
and all, but remember when? But remember when?
You know what's crazy is the amount of times I have to stop myself from telling people how trash other people are. Like it has become a daily struggle because people be like,
Oh
I
my god.
love, and I be like, like there's somebody that everybody loves and reveres that
Mm.
is a trash person that I have not said because I don't
Mm.
want to
It's
kill that for everybody. Do you know what I mean?
soon come, soon come.
I mean, if that person doesn't give me a choice, yes, I'll be like, remember when? But in
Oh,
general, you want to know how I know this episode's even ghettoer? I'm gonna just randomly. I just looked up and realized I ain't even turned my light on.
I was wondering. I was like, yo, I was like, maybe it's because she's not on her
I
computer.
literally just looked up and was like, "What is this white box looking at me? Your
Meanwhile,
light."
I'm schwitzing over here because this. The heat coming off of this light right now. It's wow.
Oh God,
Wow.
this is ghetto. Anyway, he thanked his beautiful daughter who played the guitar for him while he was, his vitals was dropping, brought him back to life. Um, and Ludacris came out and did his little rap from his song with him.
Jennifer
Um,
Hudson. My God.
I'm glad I missed that
My
because she was
God.
screaming. Did she sing or was she
No.
screaming?
She sang that like nobody
Okay.
else needed to sing that night because she
Okay.
sang. She
Because
sang
sometimes
all the
she be singing
whew,
and I be like, I got a headache because you just did
nah.
all that hooting and
No.
hollering and I don't know why you
Okay.
was hooting and
I'm gonna need you
hollering.
to. I'm gonna need you to take a chill pill. I'm gonna need you to drink some coffee, something. I need you to kick it up a notch because you got to get out of here.
Okay,
And
okay.
you
Last
just
but
Debbie
not least, Kirk
Downering everything.
Franklin. Kirk Franklin was also on it, and he honestly took everybody to church. And he had a very
Did
poignant message
and
because
did.
he said, basically, imagine him being who he is when it comes to like being an artist when he don't sing.
Listen, listen, and he's still the goat at it.
And he's
So
still
I
the
don't care
GOAT.
what you.
You
Still
know
the
what I'm
goat.
saying?
Still
Because
the
I listen
goat.
to Kirk every day. When I have to get my blessings, I listen to Kirk every morning. He's on my playlist. Okay. It also
Should
honored
listen
the
today.
25th, shut up, anniversary of 106 in Park by bringing back host Free and Terrence J. B2K
No Terrence J.
performed.
Oh, free. Oh, and Terrence J. Yeah, I was gonna. I thought you were talking about Who
AJ,
was AJ? AJ. No
they not
AJ.
bringing AJ back because he's facing some issues right now. I'm not going, but okay.
Mm.
Ashanti performed, Keisha Cole, A. Marie, Maya, B2K, Bow Wow, Jim Jones, and T.I. All right, first of all, I guess I'm a Debbie Downer today because Ashanti is the perfect example of you really don't have to do much in order to have longevity because she's been singing the same three songs at every award show and she's
Yes,
still
yes, she
doing it.
has.
Okay.
Yes, she has.
Keisha Cole, we don't know where she been, but she out here telling people that she should have cheated.
She back.
Y'all love saying that Beyonce stole the careers of people like A. Marie and so
And
forth
Carrie
and so
Hilson.
on, and Kerry Hilson, and they perform and let y'all know that that would never have been the case. Okay. And
Oh
for
my
those of y'all
gosh.
who kept saying, oh, well, A. Marie's note is high in the This One Thing, in This One Thing song,
Mm-hmm.
it is her song.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
don't know the note, then why don't you rearrange it into a note that is more comfortable for you
It's very simple to do.
so that you don't
It,
sound like somebody was out here chopping you in the throat every three words. I just
yo, Beyonce, if you listen to old Beyonce and you listen to today Beyonce, Beyonce sings way down in the lower register now
mm-hmm,
because
mm-hmm,
that's what her
mm-hmm,
voice can do. Even though she's still giving y'all opera soprano all
mm-hmm,
the way up there, but
mm-hmm,
that's like a treat. That's like a
mm-hmm,
dessert at the end of the day.
mm-hmm,
But she know
mm-hmm.
where it should be. It's not hard. Push the button on the piano, whatever note that was, and then go down and do the same button on
Until
that
you
note
find a
that
note
that,
that
that
you are
octave
comfortable
until
in.
there
Okay?
you go.
That's all
That's
you
all I'm
gotta
trying
do.
to say.
That's all you
That's all
gotta
I'm trying
do.
to say.
And no shade to you, mama. You look great. And Marie Maya, you look good. Also,
Oh,
Carrie, I
they
don't know
look
what
good.
performance I saw where you was taking your shirt off for 2 seconds and then did nothing.
I
But
I was wondering. I was
I need
wondering.
you to understand that that's not a performance.
Give me the Janelle Monae. She would have showed me the nips. You could have done the same. I just
Um,
don't understand.
B2K, I'm very happy that y'all can stop arguing for 3 seconds to perform at the BET Awards. I also got a notification from Barclays that you guys are going on tour. Keep it.
Mm,
Keep it. I will say that Omarion and Fizz have grown because ain't no way I'm going on tour with a man who started dating
okay.
my
Okay.
baby mother.
Move on. Move on. Move on. Move
Okay.
on.
Bow
Move
Wow, you
on,
could have
please.
bought out Sierra for ain't nobody told me all that thing that you that told me
She was
that.
never gonna do
You
it.
could
She
have.
was never gonna
You
do it.
could
I
have.
don't know why he performed that song. I don't know why he performed
All
that
the songs
specific
you
song.
have, but it's okay. T.I., you did your thing. You could have stopped after the one song, though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Mm,
After that, I was like,
mm-hmm.
I don't know what we're talking about. Big winners of the night. Kendrick cleaned up with 5 awards, including Album of the Year and Video of
Album
the
of the
Year.
year.
Doechii won. She talked about listen, she will
That's
always be
right.
famous in my book. I don't care. She talked about Gaza. She talked about Donald Trump. She talked about everything. And y'all were a lot of y'all in that audience were very quiet. We're watching. We're
I
watching.
told y'all.
Okay.
I told y'all she was my new number one. I told y'all that she was my new number one.
I
Like
think you
I
told
know we
me that. I
started.
don't know that you didn't tell
Oh,
the
oh,
podcast
maybe
that.
well, I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I know we started this podcast off with Cardi being my boo and my number one as the rap women go.
Mm-hmm.
It's Doechii now. It's Doechii. Okay. On record, Doechii.
SZA, Chris Brown, and Glorilla all won in major categories. Glorilla had the gospel people upset because she apparently won gospel. And
I
Cynthia,
did not understand that.
y'all be
I
doing
don't.
anything sometimes, BT.
I
And
don't.
Cynthia and Erivo won. I am telling y'all, I'm in a one woman beef with that woman, and I just don't know why.
I don't know why.
And I
I don't
can't
know
get
why.
over it. Like every time I be like, all right, Joyhdae, like let it go.
She was probably the best Tony Awards host ever. I don't know
Don't
what's wrong
know.
with you. I
Didn't
don't know what
watch,
you
but
wrong.
I
I don't know what's
did.
wrong with you.
What I did watch was the Queen Audra McDonald's
Oh, 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 oh,
performance from
oh,
Gypsy on
oh,
Broadway. And let me tell y'all
oh,
something, okay?
oh.
Your fave, and we all know who my fave is, but never.
mm,
And I love my fave.
mm,
But Audra is
mm,
otherworldly. And if you think
mm.
anything different, I was gonna say something so bad, but God's working on me. Ah, the thing that
Is
was
he?
about to just come out my mouth.
Did you
Ah,
listen to your Kirk Franklin this morning?
I
You
did.
didn't. You
Because I
didn't.
was gonna say something so I was gonna be so out of pocket just now. You would have said, oh, and probably covered your mouth. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Today we have to move
Okay,
on. You
okay.
got to take
That's
cash
it.
to the
I'm
vet.
done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. Oh wait. Last but not least, rest in peace to Ananda Lewis. MTV VJ passed away at the age of 52 to breast
Yeah.
cancer. Listen, girls, ladies, get them mammograms. Men, get them prostate exams. We need to start taking care of ourselves. Stop thinking that it's just going to be holistic. It has to be science is science for a reason. We need a little bit of everything, okay?
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
let's just
Hmm.
take care of ourselves
Hmm.
because we don't want to die too early. And she definitely died too early and left behind a 9-year-old son. So let's do better.
God's working on me as well because I was going to say some things. Rest in peace. Rest in
Working on
peace.
me. Do
Yes.
you want to know what I was going
Mm.
to say about the people who don't like Audra, though, now that the moment has passed?
Oh God.
I was just gonna tell them that their mom's a hoe. But not at the moment past, it doesn't hit as hard because I didn't say it in that moment. You know what I mean? But okay.
Oh God. What possessed me to make this show? I don't know. I don't know. All right. All right.
Mummy covered in
What you
chocolate
got?
and nuts has been discovered in Egypt.
What?
Archaeologists believe it may be a Pharaoh Rocher.
Oh God. Since you're talking about, see, you was talking about short kings earlier. You were talking about short kings. All right. What's it called when Kevin Hart wears glasses?
Little eye.
Short sighted.
Just
Told you I found these
ah.
right before we started recording today.
You may have done this one. What do you call a belt with a watch on it?
Oh shoot. Oh, I did do this. Oh my gosh, a belt with a watch on it. Belt with a watch on it. Oh, uh, wasted time. Wasted
Shut
time.
up. Yes, that is it.
Wasted time.
Whatever.
Okay, 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 okay. Who's the Dalai Lama's favorite actress?
Glenn Close, because she everybody's favorite actress.
Zendaya.
I literally cannot. Not Zendaya. Okay. Why did
Okay.
Susie fall off the swing?
I feel like I heard this one too. My brain don't go that far back.
This is so dark.
Ooh. Why? Why?
Because she had no arms.
I did. Oh, I did this joke. There's a second part to this joke, ain't it?
No, that's
There
it.
is a second part to this joke.
Oh, well,
There is
that's
a
the only
second.
one I saw. My
Okay.
last joke is very
Okay.
out of pocket.
All right. Corny one. Corny one.
Okay.
Why was the marathoner late for work?
You didn't go the extra mile.
He had the runs.
I just, I can't. What do you call it when KFC, Popeyes, and Chick-fil-A stop fighting?
I don't know. What?
A three-piece.
Mm. All right. Okay. I am hot today. Oh my god, I'm so hot.
Me too. And I ain't even got my light
Okay.
on.
Okay. Did I tell you about the time that I got attacked by the mime?
Oh God. You didn't have the words?
She did unspeakable things to me.
Also, shout out to you because last week with your
Uh
Billy Bob and Dick Richard joke,
huh.
I need you to realize we don't practice that. And Ryan's reaction was a master class in how to just go with things. Because I don't know
Oh,
what I be thinking, but I be thinking
oh,
off the cuff sometimes. And he just goes with it because
all the
my
time,
answer
all the
was
time.
just all kinds of wrong. Okay, now this is very out of order and out of pocket. If you are a family member over the age of 45, stop listening. Okay, thank you. What do you call a tent full of lesbians?
Oh boy, a
Mm,
tent full of lesbians.
mm, mm, mm.
Mm. What? What? What?
Oh, finger hut.
I, I think you got to be over a certain age to get that one too for the reference. Oh gosh. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Last
Oh
one before
shit.
the before the
Hmm.
sign off. Last one before the sign
Hmm.
off.
Hmm.
Uh, why does Kendrick Lamar get the best parking spots?
Oh God. Oh God. Why?
Because of his disabilities.
Yo, yo, I cannot.
VirgoSeasonShow.com is the website.
Oh my God.
VirgoSeasonShow at gmail.com is the email address. Uh, I need more jokes. Send. I was gonna give y'all my personal email. No, y'all find me. Find me somehow. Find me somehow. Please, guys. Again, we're going on this, you know, on and off weeks this summer. So we need some help this summer. So we're gonna need y'all to give us the ratings, the reviews, share it with your family, sign up your grandmother for the subscription, and hit that little bell, all that stuff. All these things help us move up in the rankings for more people to find us. And I know y'all don't want to be the only people that know about this show. Y'all want to have a big audience so that y'all could all argue about how ridiculous we are. All right, that's it.
With that being said, you can also follow us at Virgo Season Show on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You can follow Ryan at Black Ryan on TikTok and Instagram. And you can find me at Joyhdae on TikTok and Instagram. Also, before we wrap up real quick, shout out to the podcast HLS, also known as the Habitual Mind Steppers. They gave us a shout out. I can't say their real
Oh yeah.
names
Oh
because
yeah.
they be going by pseudonyms and I'm not gonna mess that up for them. But we notice y'all noticing us and we notice y'all too. All right. So shout out to
Okay.
y'all.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Okay. Okay. All right. Last one for the road. Last one for the road. This one was a submission by
Okay.
the one and only Will, because he
Oh
seems to love
God.
to give us loves to
Oh,
give us these jokes. Okay.
I'm
All
ready.
right. What's it called if you eat coochie on a
Oh God.
wheelchair?
Oh my God. Will, what is your wife's at? I need to slide into her DMs because you are diabolical. Do you understand me? Diabolical. What is it called, Ryan?
You want me to say the question one more time?
Yes.
What's it called if you eat coochie on a wheelchair?
Oh God. I was gonna say a sushi belt, but continue.
Meals on Wheels.
Oh my God. Somebody gotta get Will. Somebody gotta get Will. Somebody gotta get him.
Virgo season.